Good evening, everyone. I'm Riley King, and welcome to the Riley King Newscast, right here on the Riley King Network. We have a lot of news to get to this Thursday evening, so let's begin. But first, we begin with your weather. Very cold day with wind chills below zero for many. Let's see how long this cold weather lasts. Let's go to meteorologist Haley LaPointe with your weather video.
Landowners, it's time for special year-end savings from Mahindra, the world's #1 selling farm tractor. Enjoy 0% interest or save thousands off a rugged Mahindra tractor. Buy before December 31st, and your Mahindra dealer can explain how you may qualify for extra tax savings. 'Tis the season to keep even more money in your pocket with Mahindra.
Chapel Tractor, where you'll notice the difference since 1955.
I'm meteorologist Haley LaPointe. Here's an update on your forecast. The winds have been quite strong, gusting upwards of 30 miles per hour. That's making it feel much colder than it actually is. Our air temperature is single digits and teens, which is cold enough, right? But then you add the winds, and we're in the double digits below zero in parts of the North Country. Feels like 1 below in Manchester when you're stepping out. We have a wind chill advisory that's been posted for Coos County only. That's because that's where the coldest and most bitter wind chills will be. Could feel like up to 30 below in some spots as we go through the afternoon and into the evening. A few clouds in the North Country, and there's even the possibility of some flurries too, especially in the mountains. But central and southern New Hampshire, we're clear. It's a bright, sunny day. Big area of high pressure down toward our south and west. That means the winds come out of the northwest. It's dragging down that colder Canadian air. But what happens over the next couple of days is this high pressure is essentially going to come on top of us and then eventually pass off toward our east, and that will change the winds to be more southerly. By the time we get to the second half of the weekend, we're talking temperatures a lot milder, back up into the 40s for Sunday, and then into the start of the holiday week, we'll be in the 40s as well. So if you have plans to do some traveling this weekend, I know a lot of the college students finishing up finals, coming home. It's sunny and cold, good for travel on Friday with temperatures in the 20s. On Saturday, mainly cloudy, we'll be in the 30s, but dry through Sunday too. With clouds, some sunshine, temperatures in the low 40s. We'll go maybe even close to the mid-40s by Christmas Eve. There's a chance of some late day snow on Christmas Day, but other than that, really, we're looking at a dry stretch of days here.
Okay, and there you go on that weather video from meteorologist Haley LaPointe, and that is cool. Some mild temperatures making its way into New Hampshire, so this cold, chilly weather will be moving out, so that is good there. And now let's get to your news. First up, granite skaters urge to take precaution against frigid weather. Officials urge residents to look out for neighbors, those most vulnerable. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9, Jennifer Crompton.
At Beltates, customers will find everything they need for a building project. The brand names you trust to perform. And with a fleet of over 50 delivery vehicles, we deliver when and where our customers need them. Beltates Building Products. 9 locations throughout New Hampshire and Massachusetts.
You have to bear with us. We're having some technical issues because it is cold. It's one of those kind of days where it's absolutely essential to have on layers. It can't be said enough that this extreme cold and the wind chill isn't just uncomfortable, it's actually dangerous. Now, most of the people we've seen out and about seem to be dressed for it, but we are already seeing problems in the state We talked to the Dover fire chief, who reports that they had to transport a homeless individual to the hospital this morning suffering from cold-related issues. He also says that overnight, 2 individuals sought shelter at the fire department to get in from the cold. Warming stations are usually only open during the day. The Office of Emergency Management is reminding people to call 211 if you need assistance with heating fuel or finding a shelter. The message in general is be prepared.
We would ask folks to be good neighbors, check on the elderly in your neighborhood, check on folks with functional and access needs, make sure that your pets are inside and not left outside.
You know, it's also tough for people that have to work outside, and that includes first responders. We've talked to some fire departments and police departments already, seeing some issues, having to respond to added calls like with frozen pipes. So be patient with them, and it wouldn't be too bad to bring them a cup of coffee if you see them out and about. But anyway, for now, we're live in Portsmouth. Jennifer Crompton, WMUR News 9.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Very important to take precaution in this cold weather. St. Joseph's Hospital marks 6 decades of helping families in need over the holidays. Christmas Basket Project provides gifts and meals. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9, Kristen Carosa.
We're related to them?
We're Portuguese? I thought we were Hungarian.
Can you tell me the story?
It's a day the employees at St. Joseph Hospital in Nashua wait for each year. It's called the Christmas Basket Project, and it started in 1959.
We really take care of everything for the family, including Christmas dinner.
This year, employees are helping 68 families, including 120 children and 86 adults.
Out of those 86 adults, 19 of those were children who aged out of foster care, who don't qualify for any other programs. And so we are really happy to work with Salvation Army and DHHS to be able to provide those kids some support.
Each department at the hospital is assigned to different families. Then gifts are bought, wrapped, and delivered just in time for the holidays.
This would never happen without all of the employees here. That's entirely what this whole project is the employees taking care of those in our community who are the most vulnerable and in the most need.
This year is being dedicated to one of the leaders of the project who's retiring next month.
I've been at St. Joe's for 33 years, and I'm going to miss my family. Very emotional day today.
Sheila McLaughlin has been part of the Christmas Basket Project for 28 years, something she says she'll never forget.
This room's filled with love. It's and the generosity of all our employees and friends, and it's just amazing. I suspect I will be involved next year, and I hope they ask me, because there's no way I could say no.
In Nashua, Kristen Carosa, WMUR News 9.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. DWI trial for Merrimack County Sheriff set to begin. Prosecutors say Hilliard tested more than 3 times legal blood alcohol limit. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9.
Nature isn't the only force that can leave its mark, especially when you have a tractor built to help make your property.
Happening today, the trial for Merrimack County Sheriff Scott Hilliard is set to begin. Hilliard was arrested in Tilton back in August when a concerned driver called police about a vehicle swerving in the road. Toxicology results show Hilliard had a blood alcohol content of .246, more than 3 times the legal limit. Hilliard was off duty at the time and has pleaded not guilty. But as of this morning, he remains on the job as sheriff. Today's trial will be held in Nashua and is only expected to last 1 day.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Take a look at this cat that's up for adoption. This cat is a 5.5-year-old gray domestic short-haired cat looking for a new home and is waiting for you at the Monadnock Humane Society. Let's take a look at this video.
Comfy mattresses from Cardi's Furniture and Mattresses. Experience Tempur-Pedic, Beauty Rest Black, Nature's Rest, Queen Laura Ashley mattress set, $3.99. We delivered all just in time for the holidays. Cole, you don't need another sweater.
Okay, and there you go. So if you are interested in adopting that cat, just go to the Monadnock Humane Society. And now let's take a look at your U.S. stock market and see how your U.S. stock market closed for this Thursday evening. And here's a look at that U.S. stock market for all of you for this Thursday evening. Your Dow Jones Industrial Average closed in the green one up. Your Nasdaq closed in the green one up. S&P 500 closed in the green one up. Gold closed in the green one up. Oil closed in the green one up. US 10-year closed in the red one down. Euro/USD closed in the green one up. And VIX closed in the red and went down. S&P 500 rises, tops 3,200 for the first time as investors ignore Trump's impeachment. Stocks rose to all-time highs on Thursday as investors looked past the news of President Donald Trump's impeachment by the House as well as mixed U.S. economic data. Shooting reported near Moscow security headquarters. Let's take a listen to that video from ABC News Live Debrief.
And some breaking news, you guys, overseas. Russian media reporting a shooting incident in Moscow outside the headquarters of Russia's main security service. This after Russian President Vladimir Putin held his annual end-of-the-year press conference, speaking for more than 4 hours. Our Ian Panel joins us on the phone right now in Moscow with more. Ian, can you just give us an idea of what's going on?
Yeah, hi there, Kimberly. We're making our way to the site of what now appears to have been shooting. We just had a statement in the last couple of minutes from the FSB, which is the Russian intelligence service, the successor to the KGB. They're saying that there was one unknown attacker who opened fire, that person has been, quote, neutralized, in other words, killed, and they are saying that there are casualties. Now, as we're making our way to the site, we've seen multiple emergency service vehicles heading in that direction, marked and unmarked police vehicles, emergency response vehicles, as well as an ambulance heading towards there. There are multiple videos now appearing on social media, which again seem to suggest that there were a number of shots fired in that area. It's still a developing situation. As you say, President Putin holding his annual press conference today. There'll be questions asked. What was the motive of the attacker? Was it coincidental that it happened today? President Putin, even even touching on the issue of terrorism. Now, we don't know that's what it was today, but if that's what it turns out to be, it will be reflected in the statements that he made today. He's celebrating 20 years of his presidency in Russia, and he was asked what the lows and the highs have been. The lows, in particular, he talks about the terrorist attacks that have taken place, although Moscow itself hasn't seen a major terrorist attack for 5 years or so. But of course, it is a constant threat faced by Russia, like many other nations. Russia contributing, a major contributor to the ranks of ISIS. So, look, just to be clear, we don't know what the motive was. We're still getting information on the ground. But just to repeat, the FSB, the Russian intelligence service, is saying that there was an unknown attacker. That person has been neutralized, and that our casualties are dangerously more.
Yes, and Ian, you kind of said it, but can you just talk about the significance of this happening on the same day as him giving this presser?
Yes, I mean, the press conference is President Putin's chance during the year to hold forward, to try and parade successes, or what he likes to portray as his domestic and international policy successes. For example, he was asked about a number of issues around the country today, also talked about relations with the United States, even touched on the question of impeachment, and he seems to have a number of Republican talking points about that, but it's a moment for him to enjoy the attention of the press and the national media here, and this will certainly take the gloss off it, because everyone here already were listening to Russian media, already reporting this event. So they will want to get to the bottom of this very quickly to try and establish who it was that opened fire, what their motive was, absolutely crucially, because, as I say, the threat of these kinds of attacks is something the Russians are very familiar with, as we are in the West, and so they want to know exactly what the motive was in this particular instance.
All right, Ian Panel, right there on the ground in Moscow with that shooting incident. Thank you for the updates.
Okay, there you go on that video and that report. And that does it for this evening edition of the Riley King Newscast right here on the Riley King Network. I hope you all enjoyed watching, and have a wonderful evening, everyone. And I'll see you back here tomorrow for another newscast. And I'll have a news report coming up in a little bit. Good night, everyone, and bye.